What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Fox Chamber. As y'all know, in a couple videos ago, I was having issues with the Fox starting, which I was thinking, I'm still kind of thinking is heat soak issue, but I did run into a couple of things that I do want to show you, or at least one thing I do want to show you, and that I'm going to change out today. But first, I got an overwhelming amount of love, and everybody was telling me that it might be the TFI, the check the ground wires, bigger starter, or a better starter, I should say, and just all kind, and also the temp sensor too. And a lot of love was shown, and I appreciate that, y'all. And it almost makes me wanna, yeah. I mean, it was amazing, all the amount of feedback I got. But there was one particular one that I thought was kind of funny, and I'm gonna read it to you. And don't laugh at my safety glasses. But it says, this is referring to the issue that I had. It says, then why did you get one, man? Probably talking about why did I get the Fox. But by the why, that's what it says, word for word, by the why. But I know it said meant by the way. By the way, who cares about what you think about your Mustang? Here's an idea. Fix your Mustang right, then you won't have any problems at all, man. What? Well, evidently they don't understand what's going on with YouTube and everything, because I'm taking y'all through what I'm going through with the Mustang. If my ups, my downs, or whatever. But that's just what we do. We have good days, we have bad days, and I'm taking y'all through all of it. I mean, I don't know why I made that comment like that, but it is what it is. And I gotta really tell you who it is, but you can look down in the comments and see it in there. But anyhow, this is what I found that I'm gonna change out today on this bad boy. And then we're gonna see if that works or not. Well, it ain't gonna wanna focus really. Let me see if I can get it to focus on that spot. Well, anyway, right in here, y'all might be able to see a little bit of maybe possible corrosion. Looks like a little bit might be in there. Kind of see right in there. And I split the wire right there just to see how far it goes up. But yeah, looking kind of suspect right there. So what I'm gonna do is change out this power wire. It's running down up under the car and into the back hatch. So we're gonna change this out and see if that is what's causing it to, as you'll know, I did change this wire out because of corrosion on it, and y'all see how that turned out when I split both ends, and it had corrosion probably about like 4 or 5 inches up into each end of the cable. But let me get this car jacked up and start taking this thing loose and then see what we got. All right, this is like the next day. Right after I cut the camera off and did a little bit of work, had to break camp. But I'm back the next day, and yeah, it's raining outside. So that's gonna help keep it a little bit cooler in here. But let me show you what I got so far. It's not a whole lot. All right, I was able to run the wire down through the firewall and got it coming out the other side. Now we just gotta run it along the bottom. And get it to pop up right there. I'm probably gonna do the same thing, just tape it off and just drag it all the way through, because that seemed to have worked. So I'm just gonna pull it all the way through. Y'all remember this? Awesome. But I'm gonna go ahead and just feed it on through and pull it up through the bottom over there and then see what we got and get this thing connected. Probably not gonna be driving it today if I do get it connected, because it is raining outside. So it's probably gonna be done either tomorrow or the next day. But anyway, we're gonna get this thing run so we can get the problem solved with the heat soak, which I still think it is with this one, but it might be that wire right there with that corrosion right there at the end. All right, been putting in a little bit of work. I didn't record hardly any of it because it was boring stuff, but I'll show you what I got going on. Yeah, I got the wire in, the 1/0 gauge, 1 gauge, whatever you want to call it. Had a little extra, didn't really want to cut it, so I just kind of folded it right there for the time being. If I need to, I'll cut it later. But I do plan on probably doing a wire tuck with all of this bird's nest right here anyway. So I just decided I'd leave that extra wire there. But I got this connected up here. Got it run up under the car. Coming up right here in the back, right here through this little hole. Coming up under the seat, going up under the little side panels right here. I'm gonna seal this off. I'll show you what I'm gonna seal it with in just a second. But I got it going up under here and running around behind the panels right here and coming out right there. And I replaced the other wire too that was going to the battery. And I had an extra wire, but I decided I'd go ahead and leave it on there also, just in case later on I want to do a little bit of maneuvering of this wire, probably placing it somewhere else or whatever, so I just left that extra wire on there. But you see I got all of the panels and stuff back in. Didn't really take it off, just kind of loosened it up so I can get behind it to get the wire and stuff run. Yeah, y'all know that panel I did a little while. Yeah, I already said it. That's what I made to go around this wire right there. I don't know if it'll focus or is that my eyes. But I made this to go around that to cover up that hole. And what I'm going to use to seal it is this stuff right here. This is some sealing glue that you use for your headlights. But I'm going to try to use it to seal around that hole. Put it around that plastic and the metal. I'm going to kind of mash it in there. Make sure it's sealed so no water will get in. And then maybe hot glue around the actual wire itself to keep the water from splashing up around the wire. But that's what I'm used to seal that hole up with. Yeah, that stuff holds pretty good. I mean, you just mash it down there. I put it around that little metal to plastic seal. So I got that little piece that I showed you, mashed against that, and I have that little sealant or whatever. It's on the actual body itself, the metal itself. So when it holds pretty good, I just mashed it down on there pretty good, and it seemed like it sealed up pretty good. But I'll check it again a little later, just make sure it hasn't moved or shifted or anything. But everything is buttoned up. Get everything hooked back up. And see, you got the wire. Replace this wire right here because it was smaller. Got it connected. Battery back connected again. Everything's back together. So now it is raining, so the actual drive itself is going to have to be postponed until I can maybe catch it tomorrow. I still can't believe I got that right there though. Man, that looks nice. Just look at it. Yeah, it's sitting in the rain though. You know, only got so much space. But anyhow, that's all together for right now. I'm going to get back with you tomorrow, but it's going to be in this video. The driving and the testing of this to make sure and check and see if it is the wire that was messed up that's causing it to give a heat soak type of signal to it or feel to it or whatever. But I'm gonna drop this babble tomorrow. Hopefully I can catch it when it's not raining outside. But anyway, catch you in a couple minutes. All right, new power wire to the battery is done on the Fox. So I told you it wasn't gonna be that long. Next day, all right, we got the battery cable hooked up. Everything's good to go. I'm gonna take it out for a quick drive. I'm not gonna really film all of that. Y'all haven't seen me drive before. But I'm gonna take it on a quick drive, let everything get up to temperature, come back, cut it off, start it up, see if we got the same issues going on. So I'll get back with you in just a second. Back. All right, just took a nice little ride, and here's what we got. Still no start. I still think it's heat soak, so guess that starter is going in, the one that I got, and I'll show you in just a little bit. All right, But see, it ain't that that wire going to the battery. Not it. Does the exact same thing. But me, y'all know I'm hard-headed, right? I swear up and down that it's heat soaked from that starter. I don't know what else, I don't know what it is, but it's just killing me to not do something with that starter. So I decided I'm gonna go ahead and do something with that starter. If it's not, I will go into the TPS, the sensor, the temp sensor. I will look into all of that other stuff, recheck those ground wires again, but I have got to do the starter. This is just for me. And if I'm wrong, y'all definitely gonna know, because I'm gonna tell you and I'm gonna show you. But this is the starter I got, not your conventional regular starter, but it's a little something different that's gonna help me with the heat soak issue. Yep, I got this one. Ordered it from Jigs. All right, and y'all gonna see why this is a little bit special. See, here it is. And it's one of those starters where you gotta mount this little mounting plate, and you can rotate the solenoid around to where you need it at. And see, I got this one since the heat soak seems to be up top all the time where the solenoid is at. I bought this one so I can rotate it down to the bottom to get it away from the heat, more to open air. And this is the one I'm going to put in. Let me see if I can get you a part number or something, just in case you're wondering. There's the part number, just in case you're wondering. But yes, I could mount this plate, rotate this down to where it gets a little bit better airflow. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the starter out of that and get this bad boy mounted up, and then we're gonna go. I'm not gonna record all that, y'all seen me do it, I know, at least a couple of times. So I'm gonna go ahead and snatch the starter off of that one, get this one mounted up, and I'm gonna show you exactly what's going on with the mounting of this thing after I get the other one off. Critical measurement time. Let me show you the exact measurement. It has to be from the teeth of the starter to the flywheel. From the end of the gears right here to the flywheel, which, you know, of course, this engages to start the vehicle, it has to be 1/10 of an inch clearance between these gears and the flywheel. Mine is just perfect. If not, here it is. I would have to put this shim right in there when I mount it to push it away from it if it was too close. But right now, I mean, it's real good, because it's like on the flywheel itself, from the outside mating surface, it's like 3/8, and this right here is just shy of 3/8 by like almost a tenth, give or take, like 40 thousandths, I think it was. But yeah, I'm good. I don't have to have any shim or anything. I just got to get this plate right here mounted, then mount this in the direction or orientation that I need it to be away from the majority of the heat from the engine. So let me go ahead and take this thing apart, and you would take it apart by these bolts right here, those 3 bolts right there. And you see all the different locations you can mount this bad boy. You can spin it all the way around and put it exactly where you want it. That's the reason I chose this one. Mini starter, high torque, and you can swing this right here around. So let me go ahead and get this thing taken apart, and I'll show you what it looks like while it's apart. Hopefully y'all can hear me over the fan. I've got to have that thing on. It is hot down here. But this is it. And I took it off. This is the little mounting plate. And here's how it looks up under there. Like I was saying, if I needed the shim, I would add the shim right here. And that would help push it away from the flywheel if I needed it. But right now, I think it's just perfect the way it is. I measured it, got my 10 thousandths of an inch clearance, and I think I'm good to go. So now, I just got to go up under there, mount this plate, and then orient the starter the way I want it without having the shim put on there. Well, as you can see, where I marked it at, it isn't exactly where it lined up, but it's real close. I gave myself a little bit of wiggle room one way or the other. So I'm gonna mount it right back up there, test and see where it is, or if I need to move it one hole over or one hole the other way. So let's get up under there and see what it looks like where it's mounted at. if and see if that's exactly where I wanted it. A little bit of a hiccup when it comes to the lower mounting hardware for the starter. So I'm gonna have to take the starter portion back apart, put the bolt in, and re-bolt it down. Basically, we're gonna take these 3 bolts that's holding this plate right here on, go ahead and put the bolt in the hole and mount it back up and see if I can still put it on there and take it back off when I need to without having to redo this whole thing. So well, let me see if I can get this. I'm gonna take this back off, get that bolt in, then we'll see what we got. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Had to take this plate right here back off. Got this bolt run through there. See, it's only gonna go back that far. I shouldn't have any problem mounting it. It's gonna be aggravating, I know for sure, to either put on or take back off, because I gotta take it all the way off, then maybe have to turn this again to get it to come all the way off. But we're gonna see. I got this in there like I need. All right, we're gonna see if we can get this thing mounted up and go forward from there. Man, I'm hoping this works, because this is getting a little aggravating. All right, got the starter in. Everything so far seems to be all right. No cross wires or anything, hopefully. All right, here's for the first initial startup of this bad boy. Huh, that's weird. Let me see if I can find out what the heck that is. All right, figured out the problem was why it was kind of like it was dragging. I didn't put the shim in there. And the issue that I had was the little plate that's on the back of the engine or whatever, front of the transmission, whichever one you call it, the backing plate. Evidently, when I measured it, it was up off of the transmission a little bit, gave me a false reading. That's why I thought I had enough space, but I did not have enough space. It actually like came in contact with the flywheel. No damage done. I took it apart, put the shim in there. I didn't film none of that. I did it last night when I came home from work, and yes, this is the next day. So I went ahead and put the shim in there. I'm gonna try to put a picture and show you exactly where the shim goes. But it goes right there. And now we're back on track again. We're gonna get this thing started. I'm gonna drive it down the road, get it up to temp, see if this thing hot starts again, which I really think it is. I really think it is, because of the video that I've made previously to this video. I want to put the fan on it, and it started after I let it run, drove it, and all that good stuff. So here we go. Finna start it up, take it down the road, check it out. Actually, I think I need some more shim in there. Yeah, probably a little bit more, but we're gonna see what's going on with it now and see if this thing is, if that is the issue or not. All right, back home, I adjusted the timing a little bit. It did look a little high, but I think I got it right around 10 to 12 is what I set it at. Now we're gonna see what that does. I got it set, like I was saying, between 10 and 12. And wait for just a few seconds. Adjusting the timing down a little bit seemed to have helped, but I'm gonna check it out again to make sure, and if anything changes, I'll let y'all know. But I think that did it. Between that new starter and setting the timing, because the timing, I changed it just to see if it would help, but it didn't. But I moved the timing up a little bit, and now I backed it back down with the new starter. Now I think it's good to go. Hopefully that's it. If there's any changes, I will let y'all know, but I'm gonna end this video. I've been working on this thing for like a week or so, because I just took a little bit of a break. So let's try it one more time. Yeah, I think that did it. Well, I'm gonna test it out today and drive it to work, try it again, see what I get. But anyway, I think that might have solved it. So we're good to go with the heat soak issue and time. And I think between those two things, I think this job's done. Anyway, I'm gonna close this bad boy on out. So if you like that, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notifications bell, and get that fresh stuff when it comes out. And we'll see you later.